Hello everyone, welcome to week 2. I hope that you have survived the first week of classes. I know it can be really intimidating at first, so I hope that you are kind of getting settled in a little bit. There's some things I want to talk with you about in this week's video. First of all, I want to remind you about how the course is structured. I want you to think about the course information button in Blackboard as being like your handout, or your handbook rather. This is like your course handbook that has all of the different resources and information that you need. If you need to find lectures, they're in there. If you need handouts from the PowerPoint presentations, they're in there as well. If you want to know a little bit about group online collaboration, it's in there. So look at the course information button as being like your handbook. The learning modules button, however, is like your to-do list. When you click on learning manuals, or learning modules, you'll see all the different weeks. And each week, inside that week is that week's to-do list. So on week 2, you need to make sure to have everything that on that list done by midnight on that Sunday. Again, the weeks run from Monday to Sunday, and so week 2 begins Monday the 25th, and it runs all the way through Sunday the 31st. Make sure you get everything to do on that to-do list done by Sunday night, the 31st at midnight. I also want to let you know about one assignment that was dropped. If you happen to look ahead and you happen to see all the different assignments that I had due, I did drop the group social service wiki. That was an assignment that was going to actually take your letter groups and combine them with another letter group into a larger group, and it was due on April 25th, the week right after your group social service project. I decided that the workload would be a little bit intense to have those 2 assignments back to back. So I have actually taken that assignment away. You will no longer have the group social service wiki due on April 25th. I also wanted to let you know there's a couple of new areas in the course information tab. Again, view that like your handbook. The course information tab now has a folder called handouts. That folder can be found right underneath lectures. I've had a couple of people express interest in being able to print off the PowerPoints. So I've saved those PowerPoints in outline view. You can take notes on those outlines while you're watching the PowerPoints, but you can print those off in very easy printer-friendly versions in the folder handouts. I also wanted to let you know that I have a whole new section up on group online collaboration. If a lot of you are wondering how you write a paper online, how you collaborate online, I've got some great tools. I've got some YouTube videos that I want you to actually watch to see how you can use Google Docs to be able to create a project together without any of you ever meeting face-to-face. There's some great tools. I want you to learn how to use those. So if you go again to Course Information tab and scroll down to the bottom, you'll find information about the groups. I've also gone ahead and divided you up into groups. You are randomly assigned to groups A through N. If you want to check that, you can check that through the link on the announcement. And I also, one last thing I want to remind you about is the volunteer jobs. There's a lot of information on the volunteer website that I have put into the FAQ page. If you have questions about whether or not your volunteer assignment qualifies, read all the way through the FAQ page. If there's nothing in that FAQ page that signals otherwise, I'm sure your volunteer opportunity is fine. It just needs to be in a social service related area, and it just needs to meet all the criteria listed there in the FAQs. So please take some time to read through those. And I believe that concludes today's weekly update. I will talk to you next week.